Okay, so I am going to continue working on this connections application in Elm. Um, as so, we'll start the reactor just to just to see where we are at the moment, and if I bring it over to this window and show the main application, we've currently got the user able to select items. So what I'm going to do is build on this and see whether or not we can get to the point where we can force the user to only select 4. So at the moment we've only got 2 items, but if we were to extend this to 16, as in the actual game, the user can only select 4. So we'll start work on that. First thing we'll do is we'll start adding some additional items. So I've got a few here. I might start with some basic categories. I've added a total of 16 items here. So even though the playfield is such that it's a 4x4 grid of items, I had a bit to think about this, and I figured despite it being 4x4, it would be a lot simpler just to have all the options in a single list, all 16 of them. And that means that the style of the options is completely independent of how the options are represented. So, for example, if we wanted to add a feature to shuffle the options, we can just do that with a list shuffle, as opposed to dealing with options within a grid. So let's save that and see how we... Oh yeah, it didn't format because I didn't fix all these commas. So let me do that now. Okay. All right, let's see how this looks. Okay, that's pretty good. So it's all in a single line, but it's still there. And now what I'm going to do is add another button to the bottom of the playfield. Okay. So I need to look at how we can add items. Actually, can I just add items to... Actually, no, let's do it this way. So view playfield. Now, I were to do this. So playfield's not a type, but it's an attribute of a type. I'm just wondering whether or not I can save myself another assertion of the value itself. So let's try this. View playfield, and replace this with view playfield M. Okay. No, that's a shame. So it does... It is required to be a type. I'm going to try this pattern match again. Do you playfield items? Oh, I'm going to change this back to model. No. Okay. So pattern matching it doesn't work. I suppose what I could do is just replace this with the items, the list of items. So list options. Basically, what I'm trying to save myself is another round of case assertions. and that is items. Okay, so I've got the playfield. Now let's do this. What I want to do is add another div. So let's wrap this in a div first. So div starts with a call to view playfields. Add in another div, which is just empty, and a div with text submit. And we'll see how this goes. Was it a function, but I was given one argument. Okay, so that doesn't seem to work for concatenation. So I'll do elm lang. Just going to the documents. Move it here so you guys can see as well. I want the package. Uncall list. Okay, that's just concat. So I'll just do a list concat. Which takes a list of lists. Which is actually not a bad approach to this. Okay. Let's resolve that problem. Second element is list is of type. Second element is a list of type list HTML message. It's a little strange. I would have thought that expected. List view paper items. Oh, this isn't a list at all. This is just a single element. So, do I even need a list? I do need a list, but I don't need to concatenate a list of lists. So I can just do that. Oh, yeah, and get rid of this. Take this out of the list. Okay, good, that worked. Yeah, that was doing my head in for a little bit. Okay, so we've got, so we'll start building a button here, which will show the submit option. This has an on click. And we'll give it a new message. Give it a message called validate selection, which would take a list of options, maybe. I mean, you can probably get that from the model. So let's leave that out for the moment. it's implicitly retrieved from the model. So I don't know if that's good engineering for this, but we'll do it this way for the moment. We've got validated selection. That is our message. We'll add a case for it. So then one option here. So selected options model. I like making these utility functions just so that if I need to do this multiple times, it's not spewed out everywhere around the code. Selections, options, model, even if it is just a call to a filter, which I imagine exists somewhere. Filter, yeah, naturally. Let's stop filter. Model. Oh, okay. Again. Models of Playfield. You know, I'm going to change this. This is now going to consist of a dictionary, which will consist of a Playfield. I think it's time. And a Playfield is a list of options. And this is probably going to work. This is probably be beneficial as well, because I will be adding something to sort of show messages to the user. So Playfield's list of options. And so toggle selection takes the model and operates on the Playfield. So this will need to be model Playfield is the list of maps, blah, 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 blah. Wait, it's not colon, it's, yeah, that's it. Forget how, oh, there, it's used there, right there. Okay, toggle selection, select options. Selects a model. This returns list filter of option. Selected. And that'll be done over the Playfield. And in init, it's going to be Playfield. It's going to be that. Okay. And finally the view. Oh, the update, sorry. Update the message, the model. Select option, toggle selection. That should be fine. And this view needs to change. So this is now going to be m.playfield.items. All right, so I got something wrong here because it's not reformatting. So let's see exactly where I've screwed up. Side page in this model Playfield, that's the extra column. What's it going on? Need the killer records. Okay, so it requires them to be indented. I didn't expect white space to be such a major requirement here, but I guess it makes some sense. Oh, obviously it makes sense, but it's because of the case statements are using indentation. I think the grammar of the language can probably get away with not requiring indentation, but obviously some is required, so that's all good. So 60. So this is because this needs to be an equals. Yeah, it is 84. Oh, whoops, and there needs to be parentheses. Yeah, because I'm returning a tuple or a tuple. And 102. Okay, yeah, so we haven't actually updated our model, our message handler yet. So let's just do that a bit later. 128. Oh, and we don't need that. That is no longer part of the model. And I think I've got one too few square brackets. There we go. Everything's reformatted. And 53 options. Oh, that should be model.playfield. Okay, it's exposing model. Can't do that for a type alias, so it won't. All right, going through some more errors. 107. Oh, sorry, that should be model command none. So ultimate div is not what I expected. Yeah, I do have one too many angle brackets. Square brackets, sorry, square brackets. And 126. Model Playfield. Just called Playfield. All right. So we've finally gone through that. So now with validate selection, what I want to provide is a user message. And this will be a message that is displayed to the user before the options. So div text m dot user message. What did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't initialize it, did I? I will add that to the initialization. So, message. Please select 4 items. We'll just give it a name like that. There we go. So now we need to validate it. So validate the selection. Now, what I want to do is get this. Yeah, I've got selected options. So shall I put this in a? Yeah, I'll put this in a validate selected options. This might be another thing that we'll have to change over time, but model stacks a model, produces another model. What we'll do is now understand Elm's got a let keyword. This might be useful here. Let's go to the language guide. All right, syntax. Let, here we go. All right, cool. So we can actually define additional basic, well, they're sort of like variables. They're not really variables. They're more like placeholders for expressions because it's a functional language, but it's going to be useful for us. So I'll just do let selected equals selected options. Oh, whoops. I'll actually open up the function body. So let's actually selection options in, so, and select len equals this dot, so I'm going to assume it's length. But let's take a look at package, call list, so length, oh yeah, there is a length, okay. So select dot length of select. Am I doing this right? Yeah, that looks right. I'm not sure if format is important. I'm going to assume it is. So if select length, so if select length is 4, then I'll set the message. So the model user message use selected 4 items. Cool. Else if select length else please select exactly 4 items. Let's see if this works. Validate select option. I want to make that, oh yep, that's been called. All right. Interesting, is that not the syntax for? Why is this not compiling? Oh, okay, so it was just badly indented. All right, so if I select 3, if I select 4, so you selected 4 items, and if I select more than 4, it says please select exactly 4 items. So you selected 4 items. Okay, good. So that is working. Wondering whether I want to clear the selected items. I'll leave it for a moment because that might be something that we do when we start testing groups. So I think I will leave it there for this evening. Thank you for watching. Again, not sure if this will ever make it out, but if it has, thank you for watching and I will see you next time.